Hi, Chevy Cole. Hello, Shane. How you guys doing tonight? It's kind of a late night chat for me. I can't sleep. This thing with President Trump. It's got my mind in a. I just can't go to sleep. How could people do that? I don't understand. You think the guy was put up to it? Think he was paid to do it? Or was he just one of them guys that wanted his 5 minutes of fame? Of course, now he's gone. He's no more for this world. Thank you for coming in. Please give me a like. I'm new at this. I need all the help I can get. Are you understanding me? Can you hear me? Am I loud enough? Something? Hello? Anything? I would surely appreciate something. Everybody's safe here. There's no judgment. Not here. This isn't about politics. This is about losing a father, a brother, an uncle, a son. Hi, Gene. Thank you for coming in. This isn't about politics. Shooting may be about politics, but I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about the bullet that killed that man in the crowd. The bullet that nicked former President Trump ear. Another father, uncle, grandpa, papa. About if you were sitting in the crowd, how would you feel? and all of a sudden bullets start coming out. How would you feel? Terrified? Will I get to see my kids? Will I get to see my grandkids? Or if you're elderly enough, my great-grandkids. I know I would. I'm only 63. I have a 9-year-old grandson. I have an 8-month-old grandson. I wouldn't get to see him grow up. This is running through my head. People taking pot shots. Or not even pot shots. This guy was on a building. "400 yards, 500 yards from the podium, outside the perimeter." Was he a sniper in the military? And believe me, I hope my military people had high honors, except for the bad ones. I really do. I know this is about crafts. I haven't started my other channel yet. My other channel is called The Guardian Angels. It's about this. It's about people that, not necessarily the violence, but the people that have problems mentally. I'm one of them. I don't know if I don't see any returning people that I knew before. I'll tell you my story. March 26, 2021, I work at Walmart. I clocked out. We have a handicapped person in a wheelchair. He works the checkout lanes. We're close. I help him put his wheelchair in his car and get it out. And I help him get in the building. We're real close. Well, that particular day it rained really hard. I mean, we had flash flood warnings and all that. At the end of the day, I said his name. And I said, you be careful going home. You know, you got a lot of hills and valleys and things that you got to go through to get home. And he says, dude, he says, you be careful going home. Well, I didn't understand the way he said it. I never made it home. 267 runs north and south out of Jacksonville. I could have took 67, but I'd had double back. For some reason, when I left Walmart, I went on the other side of town, took 267 home, which is a 2-lane, exited the highway. I made the zig, but I didn't make the zag. My truck hit one of the potholes or bumps or whatever poor condition the road was in at that point in time. It bounced up, hit the grass, spun around, hit the other side of the ditch, spun up in the air, come down on the passenger side, teetered. Well, instead of teetered on the wheels, it teetered on the top, which fell in the ditch that was about 4 feet of water. A police officer was coming the other way, literally caught it on his dash cam. He jumped out, obviously called emergency personnel right away. He jumped out, tried breaking the windows. Literally bloodied his fist to break the windows because I was trying to get out of the seatbelt. It was a Ford Ranger, a pretty big guy, weighed about 370. Big guy, small truck, hard to move around. I was trying to get the seatbelt off. He was trying to break the windows. Well, needless to say, I didn't get the seatbelt off and I drowned. Shortly later, our RN showed up and they both started kicking the windows, trying to get the windows broken because I had already drowned. A guy showed up, didn't even live around there. He was on his way to meet or visit his mom in another little town. And he had a crowbar that broke out the windows. They cut the seat belt. I fell down in a lump of flesh and they pulled me out. This crease right here, I have no idea how I got it. It didn't cut it, didn't bruise it. It's just there. I don't know what it is, don't know where it come from. So they get me out, they start CPR, they start artificial breathing in and out of my mouth. I cough and they get my heart going again. So from the time that I literally drowned to the time they got me out was 6 to 8 minutes. Well, if you know anything about medical time, 4 minutes is max before you get brain damage. 6 minutes is death. I was gone for 6 to 8 minutes. So literally, I shouldn't be here talking to two people. Thank you, by the way, for showing up. I really appreciate you being here at this late at night at 2:46. They got me out, they got me breathing, got me stabilized. By that time, the rescue squad shows up, the helicopter shows up, everybody shows up. Ironically, where I crashed, the road that I exited off of has an overpass. On the overpass, a car goes up it, and it happens to be my church pastor. The pastor says, That looks really bad down there. We need to pray for that person, not knowing that it was me. I spend 5 days in the hospital. I get out. I take 6 months to go back to work. I go back to work full time. In that full time, within 3 months, I'm down to 3 days, 21 hours a week, because the injuries I sustained were dormant, but as I work, they come out. So today I work Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, 6 to 2, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I'm a door greeter. I can't do much more than that. I use a cane. Hygiene. Glad to see you here, Chevy. Glad to see you here. Lowe's Hine. Is that how I spell it? I'm sorry if I messed that up. I'm glad to see you here. Well, anyway, so I'm on disability. I work like 21 hours a week. I still work. At home, I have a hobby shop where I make crafts and sell crafts online. I have 2 websites. shop4craftsil.com. That is shop4craftsil.com. The other one is crosses4kensington.com. That's a story in itself. When the comes time to renewal, I will change that address. So the reason I'm talking about this on this channel for crafts, I didn't mean it to be on this channel for crafts, but I haven't quite got my other channel, which is what I want to use for the mental illness awareness for people in traumatic circumstances. It's called the Guardian Angels. Mainly it's for people even like me, but also for the emergency personnel that have to deal with it, that deal with the unpleasant aspects of the job. A couple weeks ago, one of our employees was bringing their mother to get some prescriptions from the doctor. It had just rained, like a real quick rain burst, heavy rain. She put on the brake, hydroplaned, hit a pole, flipped the car. She flew out of the car landed on top of her, and her mom is hanging out the window, which later she passes away. So here we have paramedics, ambulance drivers, county deputies, state police, looking at this person that the car is laying on. That's what I'm trying to help. That type of unseeable thing that gets burnt in the brain. You can't unsee that. And in my circumstances, I don't remember any of my accident except for the police car. So I can have triggers that I don't even know until it triggers. One day I'm sitting at work, being my injuries, with the ADA, I get a chair and I get to sit at the front door, and I'm watching it rain, and all of a sudden I'm crying like a baby. I don't know why. I have no idea. After about a half hour, I calmed down and went about my day, but it remained with me the rest of the day. Why did I do that? Well, apparently something in my subconscious mind brought to light to my conscious mind, and there I was. So this is what this is about. So I started it again tonight because I can't get it out. You know, I'm sitting here watching Fanfare with Barry Cunningham, and all of a sudden they're shooting, and the president and our former president gets shot, along with a bystander that gets shot in the head. You can't unsee that. That's imprinted in your brain. You just can't unsee that. Like the lady that had the car accident, that the car landed on top of her. When they removed that car, them people had to see that. That's burnt in their brain. So the Guardian Angels channel is for that. And one of the things I'm asking is, if I start this channel, would it be beneficial to start the channel so people have a safe place to go and talk about these things that are hidden in their minds that they don't want to talk about because they're afraid to talk about it in the open? But the channel would obviously be monitored, so if any, I call them trolls, try to slip in and disrupt the chat, they're booted. I really want to do this. I really want to do this for the people that help us at our worst, when they see us at our worst. Like me, hanging upside down, dead, and then they have to cut me off the seatbelt, and then they have 3 people, a police officer, an RN, and just some civilian, pulling me out of 4 feet of water to try to get me breathing again. They can't unsee that. No matter how hard it is, sometimes it comes back. The police officer that saved me, story. He's in the Marines. I don't know if he was either in Afghanistan or if he was in Iraq. He's on top of a vehicle, a Humvee or some other type of vehicle. He keeps telling his lieutenant he's seeing flashes in the distance. And his lieutenant says, oh, they're just clearing IEDs. He goes, Lieutenant, I don't think they're clearing IEDs. They're getting closer and closer. That means they're getting closer to here. He goes, well, they're just getting closer to here. And he goes, no, these are too big for IED explosions. So basically the lieutenant keeps blowing him off. Pretty soon, boom, a big explosion close by blows him off his vehicle. And then the Taliban or whoever it was, moves in. They have a big firefight. And after the firefight's over with, he takes about 5 steps and collapses because the compression from the big explosion pulverizes his chest cavity, all of his bones for his chest. So now it's metal and his ribs are partly metal because it just disintegrated him. So he's got that stuck in his memory. And we've talked about it. And sometimes he can't sleep. And then now he's the deputy sheriff, where before he was our village police officer, but now he's a deputy sheriff, headed to be a sergeant in our county. But he's seen horrible things. And I just want them guys, them people, men, women, to be able to come to a channel and be able to talk it out and maybe help to put their mind at ease. I got 3 people and 2 likes. Can I get a comment? Do you think that that would help them people? Do you think that having a channel, I call it the guardian angels because they were there at that point in time, orchestrated by God, in my opinion. That's my opinion, because where do you get a police officer that catches your accident on a dash cam, and I can prove it, and a registered nurse and a guy with a crowbar? As far as the proof for the dash cam footage, if you can get on Facebook, go to Facebook, look up, this will be in Illinois, Murrayville, Murrayville dash Woodson, Woodson, Illinois. Look up rollover accident and you'll find it. You'll probably have to dig for it because it's been 3 years ago. So I'm sure it's down hidden somewhere. You will find the police officer. You will find the chief of police, which I've known ever since before he was born. You will find our village president, and you will find the police report. I have trouble every day. Sometime during the day, I have issues with not remembering or a trigger, especially in inclement weather. In the mornings, I work the 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift. Some days when it's raining and I got to drive to work, it's a struggle to get there because of whatever, because I don't know. It's stuck in my subconscious mind. I guess I could find out. I could go to a hypnotherapist or a psychiatrist that does hypnotism where that could be pulled out. But I don't know if insurance would cover it. It might be highly expensive. I don't know. But either way, it's there. So I just, I can't sleep. I just can't sleep. The sight of the shot, hearing the shot, people ducking from the shot, it's sad. It really is. It's sad that our country has come to this. We got to take it back, ladies and gentlemen. We, the people, we have to take it back, or else we're not going to have a country, not governed by us. It'll only be governed by the elites. And if you don't agree with what the elites say, who knows? Might be just like Nazi Germany, lined up against the wall and the trigger pulled. So, I don't know. I'm just having a hard time dealing with it tonight. I just wish it's not the America that I grew up in. The America I grew up in wasn't like this. We're losing our country, folks. We are. Whether you want to believe it or not, we're losing it. So, well, 38 minutes, 4 people, 2 likes. I'm gonna go. I'll pray for our country. Pray for your country. And hopefully we'll save it. I really do. I hope we can save it. I hope Mr. Trump is doing okay. Pray for the family that lost a loved one. Hit the like button on the way out, please. The next time I do a live, it'll be on the Guardian Angel. So look for that. And this one I hope I can do on crafts. I do crafts on here. Some of the crafts I do is crosses that light up. You can have the choice of just having the cross, or the base is $10 extra. Comes with a remote, so it changes colors while you're enjoying. And a lot of times the lighter colors, they change with whatever color. Even though it may be red, it'll be blue when it goes to blue. So this one says blessed. And then I have another one that says faith. This is one I just made for a customer. This one is says faith on it. Same deal, changes colors. I got a remote. You can change it just to be on red or blue, or you know, just different things. And then I have one here. This one glows in the dark. After you've had it on for a while, you turn it off and it glows in the dark. So, and it glows in the dark pretty much all night. So I have a couple more over here if you want to see them. This one is ice blue with glitter in it. You can really see the glitter in the back. Blue glitter. And then I do have these crosses. I don't make too many of these because they don't sell very well. They're just solid colors. See, I can put that on there, and it doesn't come through. But it's a blue. It's a solid blue color. So this is what I kind of made after my accident. I wanted to make crosses because I felt that it was God who saved me. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been a police officer, an RN, and a guy with a crowbar. I do sell little 2-inch crosses. Can be a keychain or a necklace, whichever you want to do. I do specials. When I do other projects and I have crosses left over, or I have epoxy resin left over, I don't like to waste it, so I make other crafts with it. Usually I make crosses, the little 2-inch crosses, to make either keychains or necklaces out of it. They're $5. And if you have a church or something where you want to, hand out for Sunday school or adult, I have a price for that. Um, you can inquire on my websites. My websites have my addresses on, my email addresses on. They also have a phone number on there. It's 217-602-6610. We can work out a deal for to hand out crosses for services. I also will donate if you know an area where homeless people are, homeless vets, homeless addicts that are out on the streets, that maybe a cross in their hand, around their neck, might be just the thing to get them off the streets. I do that because they don't have no money to give you. They would just have enough money to get their next fix, and I don't blame them for that, because addiction can happen in any way, in any shape or form. You can have an accident. They give you hydrocodone, Percocet, morphine, and pretty soon you can't get off it. And then they cut you off, and what do? You do what you can to get that next fix. So them people, I give them to them free. But epoxy resin is expensive. I just bought a gallon of it. Well, it's equal to a gallon, because you have your hardener and you have your epoxy, and that was $65. So it is a little expensive. So if you wish to help me out, that's crosses, CROSSES 4 FOR Kensington, KENSINGTON.com, or shopforcraftsil.com. I'd surely appreciate the help. I do have a Cash App and PayPal for donations if you wish to inquire in that, to help with the homeless vets and homeless people. I want to help. I want to help these people. And it's the only way I know how. I don't make a bunch of money. I can't help them by myself. A few bucks here, a few bucks there. So if you can see to buy a cross, or I do have other, I have trinket boxes. I have little jars that I make out of epoxy resin. They're all on my website. So please check it out. You can pay on there. I have a merchant account set up on the website, or you can get in touch with me and we can pay right on Cash App or PayPal. I'll send you a receipt. So thank you. thank you for stopping by and listening to an elderly man talk. You have a good night. You take care. And God bless you all.